Coming to you live from the Cowboys headquarters in Frisco. Deep in the heart of Texas, it's the Star at Night.
Wow, dramatic much?
Why are you getting in the way of my intro?
You mean our intro? We're your hosts. I'm Kelsey Charles.
And I'm David Hellman.
Okay, let's just start this show now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of The Star at Night. Your hosts, Kelsey Charles, David Hellman. Dave, are you over there daydreaming? Is that what I was seeing just there?
Daydreaming is one way to say it. I'm just thinking about the fact that we're still on the air. It's week 6 and we still
haven't
going.
been canceled yet.
We're doing great.
To us.
Cowboys are doing great. We're doing great. So yeah, I'm feeling wistful.
Oh, well, that's so sweet. Love that. Well, I actually have a couple of things that I'd like to ponder over with you myself, my friend.
Okay.
In advance of this week's game, there's some storylines to look forward to. Let's start with the first. There's a certain head coach in the league who we're about to face who seemingly has the Dallas Cowboys number. And I'd say Bill Belichick is pretty good at what he does, and he has been pretty good at defeating Dallas Cowboys. He literally has only lost to them once, and that was his first game as a head coach in the NFL. I mean, listen.
Okay, can I get reckless for a second?
I mean, sure.
Okay, first of all, Bill Belichick has everyone's number, okay? Like, this isn't a Cowboys thing. They've won 6 Super Bowls since he took over the job there.
He's
okay. It was pretty good for the Browns for a minute, too.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, Bill Belichick's got their number. He's got everyone's number. Nobody has figured out how to beat this guy. But as long as I'm being reckless, I'll just throw that out there. They have a losing record. They had a losing record last year, too, okay? Like, he's an amazing coach.
So Tom was good.
Tom Brady's pretty good. They've had a lot of pretty good players. The guys who won those Super Bowls, a lot of them are going in Ring of Honors. A lot of them are going in Hall of Fames, and most of them aren't there anymore.
A lot of them are on the beach enjoying
That's my point.
Florida sun at this moment.
I think the world of Bill Belichick, but like any of this stuff does not mean jack squat to me when it comes to this team playing this game.
All right, so while Tom Brady
so
is enjoying the beach, Mac Jones is actually having to try to fill his shoes. And it seems like he's doing an okay job, especially for a rookie. Listen, he is by far, I can't even put him in the same sense as Brady besides the fact they play quarterback for the same team. But all in all, I mean, the man's had a decent rookie outing. He's got over 1,200 yards, 5 touchdowns, but he also has 5 interceptions on the year. But listen, not too shabby.
He's a bus driver. I'm just going to be over here hyping up the Cowboys as it turns out. He's a bus driver, which he should be. Dak was a bus driver when he was a rookie. You got to get these guys comfortable. You got to create easy throws. He's averaging like a little under 7 yards per attempt against Tampa Bay a couple weeks ago. Great team. It makes sense. He was averaging 5 yards per attempt. They're not letting him take chances, nor should they. So, like, You're fine, dude. You're a bus driver.
Wow. I mean, I'm not going to say he's bitter
anything?
because he played for Alabama, but he might be.
No, it's got nothing. It might have a little bit to do with it.
It probably does. It's fine.
Ignore the LSU popcorn tin on my table.
While Mac Jones might be a bus driver, Judon is a wrecking ball. This man is a threat to deal with. He has been nothing short of disruptive this season. I'm personally a little concerned about this. I feel like our O-line hasn't been where I would like them to be in terms of defending guys like this who've been able to get the quarterback. Are you concerned or worried at all?
Really interesting subplot because the Patriots lost all this talent. They have not been a team that's gone out and signed 1 million free agents. If anything, they let their guys go and make too much money somewhere else. They brought in tight ends, Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith on offense, and Judon is the big guy on defense.
They did take all the tight ends in the offseason.
They did. And how's that working out for them? That's a story for another day. This guy is a problem. 6.5 sacks already this year. Terrence Steele's played great, but this is the type of guy that can be a mismatch nightmare. I will finally say something nice about the Patriots. Matthew Judon, you're a hell of a football player. That's something to be worried about.
Well, I want to stay on the Patriots defense for a minute because, listen, their secondary was nothing to scoff at. And they actually went ahead and what some called they knew was coming, but others were a little surprised. They traded away their Defensive Player of the Year, Stephon Gilmore, to the Carolina Panthers. What do the Cowboys have to deal with left back there in the secondary.
I'm fascinated by this because I think the Patriots might actually have the guts to play man up against the Cowboys, which we haven't seen a lot. J.C. Jackson, one of the more underrated cornerbacks in the league. He had 9 picks last year. He's got 2 already this season. I bet he travels with a Cowboys receiver. The question is just who? Like, who do the Patriots see as the threat for J.C. Jackson to deal with? Is it Amari Cooper? Is it CeeDee Lamb? Personally, and just so you don't think I'm a homer, Patriots also signed a free agent by the name of Jalen Mills, went to LSU. Cowboys gave him fits when he was with the Philadelphia Eagles. That's where I'm looking if I'm trying to get yards if I'm Dak Prescott.
If you guys watch more DallasCowboys.com content, specifically the Cowboys break, I believe you might have a little insight into this with some of the bracketing that could go on, and then they might take a guy like JC, put him on the number 2 receiver, assuming that he is going to be better than your number 2 guy. But listen, a lot more to talk about, guys. We're not done breaking down this matchup yet. I did reference how it's a bit of a TBT when the last time he beat us, so we're going to do more TBT coming up next.
We alluded to on the last segment, it's been a minute since the Cowboys won in New England. Gillette Stadium didn't exist. There you see Herschel Walker with an overtime touchdown run. My God, like, look, that is standard def if I have ever seen it. Herschel Walker launched the Cowboys dynasty of the 90s, and he was still playing for them the last time they won in New England. I feel old most of the time these days, but right now I feel young.
I mean, literally, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys a secret really quickly. I'm pretty sure my TV screen looked like that up until maybe 5 years ago, so it's totally fine.
With as bougie as you are? Seriously? That's shocking to me.
Okay, well, we're not done with the TBTs yet. We had a little fun. Our producer, I would also add, had a little fun digging up.
That's what this is really about.
It really is.
Yeah.
Caden did a bit of a historical dive for us, and we're going to do some TBTs. We want to look at when the last time this Cowboys team actually defeated the Patriots and where some of the key members were at that time. So let's start off with the first one. This is going to be Mike McCarthy.
Wait, okay, but that was like last week. I don't care about that.
Yes, of course. This is this week.
Show me 1987 Mike McCarthy.
Yes!
That is glory right there. I mean, the beard's nice, but maybe, Mike, go back to the stash.
I mean, literally, this man was transitioning out of playing at Fort Hays, I believe it was.
He is a Pittsburgh legend.
Yes.
He looks like another Pittsburgh legend, Dave Wannstedt, the Wannstash. How thick do you think his Pittsburgh accent was back then? Like, he still has one?
Yeah.
But he hasn't lived in Pittsburgh on a regular basis in a long time.
100%. I
want it badly.
All right, so let's go to the other side of the field and the coaching staff. The man leading it all, we all just talked about him, Bill Belichick.
No hoodie, I see. That's
I know. Are we going to see a hoodie-less Bill Belichick from 1987? Like, please show us. Oh.
Legendary.
Wow.
Absolutely legendary. Disciple of Bill Parcells, coach. You ever hear, like, every time people try to hype a player up, somebody a couple years ago compared a player to Lawrence Taylor, and Bill Belichick was like, stop talking. There's only one LT. Cut his teeth with Bill Parcells. Did you ever watch the documentary, The Two Bills, with him and Parcells?
I should do that.
Fantastic.
On my list.
Next one, please.
Of movies to watch that I don't watch. Tom Brady. We've all heard about this man.
Have we?
I mean, he might be kind of good at what he does and kind of important. So let's see what little Tom was doing back in 19. Wow. You guys.
I mean, who am I to talk trash? Like, look at me. I look like a lumberjack.
I thought you were about to be like, we look at each other right now, and I was like, that's a stretch, Dave.
Look at those cheeks, though. Like, he's so rugged now. He's so streamlined. For him to have the baby fat and the bowl cut.
He ate real food and didn't drink it.
No avocado ice cream back in 1987.
Yeah, like it's what normal people look like.
He was eating like Breyers right out of the carton. Yeah.
All right, let's see the next one, please. Jimmy. Jimmy Johnson. Okay, so if you didn't watch this halftime, you need to go back and look at it. I'm sure it's on DallasCowboys.com. It made me feel all the things. But, okay, so where was Jimmy in 87? Oh, he was winning things.
What else is new?
I mean.
Miami Hurricanes, though.
Yeah.
What up? Bring it back. Come on. I'm not even a Miami fan, but it's time. It's time for y'all to be relevant again.
We need it.
Ask Jimmy for his advice about who to hire.
I think
don't
more
know.
than anyone.
Yeah, for real.
Let's be honest about that.
No
okay.
kidding.
This one has to be my favorite. Oh, look at us, Dave. That's actually in 2020, but it's close enough. Because
I hate photos of me, so it's ironic that I allow myself to be on TV. Like, I get it. If you're criticizing me, trust me, it's way worse when I look in the mirror.
It's not our most beautiful photo.
I
That's okay.
am a troll.
In 1987, though. Oh, look.
I wasn't even a gleam in my daddy's eye. Wait, yeah, you were.
My parents weren't even together at that point.
Are
so,
you serious?
Yeah, no.
You're a child. What are you even doing here?
I don't know.
Where's your chaperone?
I might have been a mistake.
Not touch. I don't know what to say to that. Okay. Talk to your parents about that, not me.
But you know who was not a mistake?
You know who was there? You know who was actually in the building for this game? Our friend from Tuesday, Brad Sham, and the legend himself, Mickey Spagnola.
I love these guys.
Covering this team.
Do we actually have a throwback of them
Please
back
tell
in
me
1980?
that you do.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh
That's phenomenal.
Is that Mickey?
That's the greatest thing I've ever
Is that Mickey or like the bassist for the Grateful Dead? Don't lie to me.
I'm actually going to the Dead and Company tonight, so this was a very good
Are you
time.
serious?
I am very serious.
Where was my invite to that?
Well, anyways. Keep
Wow.
going.
Mickey.
That was fun. Well, you
That's
could definitely catch those two in the press box this weekend, covering the game yet again.
With me. I'll be there this time,
You
though.
will definitely be there this time.
I exist
We
now.
want to talk about
and I will be in the press
how
box.
many passes we think Dalton Schultz is going to catch. Excuse me.
You almost got out.
I almost got out of it so well. It's okay, though. Under review, coming up next.
It's time for my least favorite part of the week is when I have to like put things on record that remind me how not great I am at this.
It's fine.
Y'all are catching up to me.
Because you're going to lose.
If you watch the show, it's Fan Poll Thursday. We should do this on Friday so there's alliteration. It's too late. We'll workshop that.
Sure.
We ask y'all for your participation. Yes, Kelsey is catching up to me. I hate it. Y'all still suck. Y'all still have a losing record when it comes to figuring these games out.
No, guys, we're going to beat them. It's fine.
It's a long season. Let's get into another round of it. It is the Patriots. It is the Cowboys. We're going to start things off with, it's not even, you can't even call it like a breakout anymore. Dalton Schultz did this last year.
Yeah.
He's already a third of the way to his 2020 production, by the way.
Yes.
So Dalton Schultz, we're setting the over-under at 5.5 catches against this New England defense.
Okay.
I'm taking the over all day on this, man. Like, why would you bet against him at this point?
We literally just talked about this in the first segment. Bill Belichick is going to try and take away your number one receiver. He's also going to try and, rack another guy too. So this is going to be, in my opinion, the Dalton Schultz game. I really do feel like he's going to make you beat him with your third guy. And Dalton is like, okay, I'm happy doing that.
I think there's going to be plays outside the numbers in this game if the Pats are willing to play as much man as people think. But when you're still talking about volume, I'm going over all day. Let's see what y'all think. I have a feeling you're going to agree with us. You are. Why at this point? Why would you bet against anything happening with this offense? Honestly,
you wouldn't.
So, well, hopefully there is an X factor in all of this, and that's the next one. We talked about Matthew Judon at the top of the show. 6.5 sacks already this season. So. Category number 2, Matthew Judon, over/under half a sack. What do you think?
Okay.
The hesitation means you're going over. The hesitation means you're going over. That's what that is.
My head tells me over, but my heart tells me under. So give me the under because I'm going to be a homer right now.
I mean,
I'm going to have faith.
You're allowed to be a homer when they're winning 4 games in a row, but I'm too much of a fuddy-duddy for that. This guy's a beast, man. He was a beast in Baltimore. He's a beast now. Terrence Steele has played great, but this is the NFL. This is the epitome of
he has 6.5 sacks in the season, so he's averaging more than 1 a game.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets 2, and that's not a knock on anybody. It's just a testament to his motor and his versatility more than anything. Yeah. I go over. I'm guessing the fans are going to go with you, though. I think the fans are going to go under. Show us the fan graphic, Caden. Oh, yeah. You see, yeah.
We're all homers here.
When the train's rolling, I get it, man.
That's the epitome Cowboys fan, though. Like, we know what the actual facts are, and we choose differently. It's fine.
You're allowed to do that. It's fine. I'm thinking, all right, so well, now I've just got a chance to separate myself as per usual.
Of course.
Let's wrap this thing up. Cowboys offense is on a roll. hate to bring up bad memories, but last time they were in New England, they did not score a touchdown. I don't think that'll be the case this time.
I don't think so either.
Setting the over-under at 30.5 points. I'm going over.
Me too.
I'm going to elaborate. Well, you go first.
I just think that, the Patriots are going to try and take advantage of the Cowboys secondary. I know obviously Trayvon Diggs has been having the time of his life, but they have been giving up plays in the air. And so, that's going to be a shootout in my opinion. And obviously we know what we have on the other side of our ball where we have every weapon imaginable. So, yeah, I think they're going to easily go over that 30.5 mark.
I'm just show my age here because I was just talking to Zach Martin today about the 2015 game here against the Pats. And a depleted Cowboys team kept it as close as they could for 3.5 quarters, and the Patriots just kind of pulled away. The final wound up being 30-6. If you watch that game, though, you know it was closer than that.
Yep.
I think that's what's going to happen here. I just don't think the Patriots offense can keep pace, and I think it might take the Cowboys time. It'll be close in the third, maybe even in the fourth, and then when the game's over, you're like, oh, wow, they won 31-10. That's cool. And I think that's what's going to happen here, so I'm going over. What do the fans think? We know what the fans think.
Of course they go over.
Oh, 69. Nice. Good for y'all.
Okay.
Thank you for watching. We'll see how it plays out. I mean, it's harder to do this game when they're not winning 4 games in a row. So we'll see what these results say. We will be back with y'all next week. It's the bye week, but guess what? We're still working. We'll see y'all then. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.